Hello, hello everyone. I'm Andrea, the man behind Sublument, the light painting project. Today we're gonna work on. I will work on some pictures made last summer, with a short tube. But before starting, I want to talk about the website sublument.com. If you want more infos, more details about light painting, learn about the technique, I have a lot of guides, tutorials that go deep in details, very detailed guides about photography, the basics, and more advanced tips for who wants to learn and improve the light painting skills. Okay, and by the way, I wrote an article a couple of years ago about making light painting with a very short tube, because it's a matter of learning a different tool, a different brush, compared to the usual long tubes that I use. They are similar, but they are different in some aspects that we'll talk about in this live streaming. I don't know how many viewers are or today, but I think it will be equally interesting in on demand. Okay, so thank you if you are watching. I will try to be as clear as possible and with a faster pace, in a faster rhythm in this video. Okay, I'm improving, so be patient. See if my videos are a bit slow, the rhythm is not perfect. You know, on YouTube, on TikTok, there are a lot of jump cuts and techniques to be quicker in and editing faster videos in post-production, but in live is totally different. So I'm improving. Okay, I'm studying, I'm improving, I'm doing exercise to be better and better. So be patient, and thank you for coming here and watching this video. If you are watching this video on demand, stay assured that I will slice this video in chapters on with a time code. So in the description you can click or tap with your finger and jump straight to the section you are interested to. Usually I talk about the brush, I talk about the session that we made, the light painting session. Then I turn to the camera settings. Then I show some picture, I select them. Then we can start editing together in Camera Raw. I will share my workflow, my settings, my how I color grade and edit some aspects, such as the brightness, the highlights, to achieve the mood I want. And finally, I do the last touch, the last retouch in Photoshop, usually because I want to erase something. In this case, I will erase myself, because with a shorter tube it's very hard to hide behind the model in these kind of pictures. There is no problem for that, but in this case I will erase myself manually with a clone stamp and the color, the content aware fill in Photoshop. Then the last step is editing the video. with Final Cut. If you have Premiere, use Adobe Premiere. If you have CapCut, use it. There is no difference. I will set up my pictures and my video footage for making my usual format that you can see on my YouTube Shorts or TikTok or Instagram. Okay, so thank you for coming here. Now let's start with, I was talking about Sublument, sublument.com, my website. If you want to support, if you want to browse my portfolio, if you want to learn more about my project, it's based on light painting. If you want to discover where the name Sublument came from, if you are curious, if you want to read the recap of my previous live streamings and tutorials, please feel free to visit sublument.com and learn more about light painting from my side. I'm not some kind of divinity. I'm not a professor. This is my way of living and creating live painting art and visual arts. Okay. So. And please forgive me, I am Italian. English is not my mother language, so forgive me if my pronunciation is not so perfect. But let's start with Finder now. I have my Finder. These are the pictures with made with a short tube. Maybe I can zoom in a little more to make them more visible. In this, okay. This is the lovely Federica. The picture where the photos were made at September, the 7th of September, last summer. Last week. We are in January, by the way, if you're watching a little later, since it was created. Like you are watching my JPEGs and the RAW files. As you can see, there is not so much difference because I don't want to have a processed JPEG in my camera. I don't need them, since I'm always working on the raw files, always. And these are the resulting photos. When you are using a very, very short tube, you have the usual setup. A flashlight connected to the short tube, in this case, and not the 1 meter. 1 meter is like in inches, 33 inches, maybe 30 inches. Who cares? I usually use the 1 meter, 1 meter and 10 long light tube. I insert the flashlight at one end, and the tube is filled with light. It's as usual. There is nothing new. With a short tube, you have different weights, different balance of the weight of your tool, because the flashlight is heavy and is inserted in a short tube that is always filled plenty. It is more easy to fill a shorter tube than a longer one, and the light on the inside is more evenly distributed. Is an advantage, but also a disadvantage. The pros are the light is more evenly distributed inside. There is no light spills. It's not distort. If the tube is less distorted, is more, everything is more balanced. So you don't have some parts empty. The tube is so bright, you are perfectly see, and it can be used in very bright situations, right after sunset. You can do everything you want, but the cons are, on the contrary, if there is so much light on the inside, you get overexposed tubes in 90% of the time. So you must set the flashlight to the minimum level of light available, minimum lumens, and it can be, if you overexpose the tube and you have a white color, is not a problem. The problem is when you have a colored tube and you want to show actually the colors. Okay, as you can see in this session, I used maybe is the small tube, the sugar tube from Eric Paret's set. The shorter one, is 1 foot, 1 foot long, more or less. I don't remember the dimension, the size, the dimensions precisely, and is overexposed. So you must balance. I must balance in my post-production. That's why I set up the camera in a particular way. With a longer tube, it will be perfectly balanced. Now, in this case, the tube is overexposed. It happens, but we'll fix it in post-production in Camera Raw. Very, very easy. And the cons are the weights are not evenly distributed, because the flashlight is more close to the tube, and you must use a third tool to move the tube. If you want it to be distant from your body and make it more usable, more handly. One trick is let me use a broomstick. What is a broomstick? Broomstick. Okay, you don't use a broom. Okay, don't use a broom, but use the stick. Hey, don't use I'm not a witch, okay? Use a normal broom like this. I use a black model, not a wooden one, because I'm not a witch. But it's completely usable because it's sturdy. It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't distort when moving because it's very, very strong. You can attach the tube, yes, the short tube and the flashlight at one end, and you can move it without any problem because it's lightweight, it's not heavy, and is very, very handy. Okay, and is cheap. It's not a problem. Very, very cheap. Oh, you can use. I know in your house you have a broom, so detach the stick and use it for your light painting, and attach a light tube to it. In this case, I didn't use a broomstick. Let me show you. Guys, in this case, I was using a broomstick because the plexiglass tube that I used was very, very heavy. I wanted a sturdy tool to attach it. And it's very practical, very, very handy. So you can, when it's smaller, when the tool is smaller, the light painting brush is smaller, it's more handy. So you can move more freely. You can do them. You can make shapes that you can't do. You can't create with a longer tube. So there are pros and cons, like any time. Okay. So broomstick, or you can go to lightpaintingtubes.com and use lightpainting.store and use the black tube. Change country. No, I am Italian. That is not sponsored, okay? He's a friend, is my maestro, is my master Eric Pare. If you want to go to the to lightpainting.store, you can go to and browse all the kits, the models, etc. I use the travel kit. Let me check if it's available. No, it's not available more. No more. No. Why? This one. The black light painting tube. I used this for the last light painting session. For the light painting session I'm talking about. For this episode, for this live streaming. Okay, it's a totally black tube. You can attach any short tube to it. You have all the connection, the adapters in Eric Pare's travel kit. Even in basic kit, you have everything to attach smaller tubes. And this is actually a black tube. It's not transparent. It's totally black and with a totally opaque. So there is no light coming outside. Exception for the ends, obviously. Okay, these are my two ways to manage a shorter tube. I was not sharing the browser. This is the black tube from Eric Pare. Okay, and I was talking about the broomstick. Okay, if you have a black broomstick, you can attach the flashlight and the tube with duct tape, with a gaff tape. I don't remember how many ways it's called. The black the gaff tape, like this. I use a gaff tape to attach the flashlight and the tube to a broomstick. It's not so elegant, but who cares? Very efficient. Let's go back to my website. Light painting. Okay. This is my first time I used a broomstick and a short tube. Very, very sturdy, very handy. And in this session, I used the Eric Perez black tube. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about the camera settings and how I manage this session. But first, I will select the pictures from this session. Look at these figures, these shapes are not possible with a longer tube. Not even possible. This is me testing. This is Federica. By the way, we started in this session. We started in the blue hour. It was precisely the blue hour. So right after sunset, it was a little windy, a little too much windy, and a little of how can I say? The light was coming from the sunset area, and in these pictures is on the right, and it's very, very bright, and the light was not distributed evenly in the sky, but it was very, very bright. So that's the reason I am so visible. So there are many factors. Then the session went continued, and these are the results. But let's talk about these pictures on a camera raw. Okay, is visible? Oh, perfect. Let's make it a little smaller. And me a little bigger. If you are watching, please subscribe. If you are curious about making light painting pictures, or please, if you want to support my project, subscribe to my channel, a like, a comment. I want to know what do you think about my contents and what I'm creating, what I'm doing. So feel free to let me know everything, okay? Now, before starting, I want to make a story on my Sublument Instagram profile and alert my followers to come and participate to this live streaming with the chat. Okay, live now. Live now, and the link. Okay, an arrow. Voila. Let's talk about the pictures. The pictures, but first the settings. I shot with a 45 millimeters 1.8 f1.8. It means longer distance, a longer distance from the camera. It means some issues with the signal of the remote, as you can see my face in this picture, because when you are going to 45 millimeters and you want a landscape picture, you must position your camera very, very far away. There is no mercy. The rule is like that. And on the opposite, the positive side is that you have the background more close to the subject, and the reflection on the water are more close. You get the effect of a zoom lens, okay, of a longer focal length. So if you are used to photography, you know what I mean. But in this case, I wanted to use a 45 millimeter 1.8, and the camera was so far away. It means a lot of trigger errors, a lot of trigger issues. The signal was not so strong. The batteries were not new, so the signal was not so strong. Sometimes you can't see because it was windy. The sea was wavy. You get a lot of noise from the sea. You can't hear the click of the camera. We were struggling a bit, losing concentration, losing focus while doing the light painting. What we made it like every time. Okay, this is one of the best made light paintings. I like a very regular circle. I like also the line formed by the tube that has nothing on the top, so the light is spilling outside of the tube. I don't remember the second ring, the darker, not the yellow, but the inner circle, how it's made. Maybe because I used the transparent tube to make the yellow one more distant from the black tube. I don't remember precisely. I'm pretty sure it's for because of this. As you can see by my settings, okay, it's not zoomed. ISO 200, 45 millimeters, f3.2, and 2 seconds exposure. There was so much light. That's why I'm so visible in the sky. You know why I can't stay on my side and be thinner and hide myself better? I had some lower back issues this summer, so I was not able to have my full mobility. So it reflected negatively on my light painting sessions. That's why I was so visible in most of the, no, not most, but in the less comfortable situations, I was very, very visible. I'm so sorry, but oh, I had some back problems. Okay, now are mostly resolved, fixed. This is one of my pictures. Completed in post-production. Let me check my story. Okay, the story is online. Now this one I will reset to the default, and we can start from scratch. I want to yeah, we start with this one because I like it. Only to not use the classical circle, I will start with this one. Now, as you can see, ISO 200, 45 millimeters, f3.2, and this one 4 seconds exposure. That's why it's so bright. The others are 2 seconds because I wanted to be quicker. Federica here, the model, is completely still, as you can see. She's very good at it, like every girl I work with, because she learned how to breathe, how to maintain the position, even it's distracted from everything, the waves, the balance, because she's standing on a rock. The rock is not definitely not regular, so you can imagine all the factors, the negative factors that can bring you to move a little. Maybe the hand in this case is moving, there is a micro movement, micro blur. I don't care. My concern now is to remove myself. You can see a little of the black tube on the left. If you can see the diagonal line here is the black tube, because I was not moving for a fraction of the second. Oh, look at the Federica and how she was not moving. Look at the hand. Very, very good. Bravo, Federica. Look at the skin. You can see what is the name of in English? The moles, the black spots on the skin. But we are not talking about skincare. We're talking about light painting. First step is 100% zoom and crop. Let's straight the horizon. Okay. I think it's okay. Composition is okay. And it's applied to every photo in Camera Raw. Maybe now the light is bright. Okay. First of all, let's lower the highlights. In this case, I'm lowering the overall exposure, putting up, recovering some of the shadows, less contrast. Let's see if we can recover some more details. 100%. Okay. Add some more vibrance. Exaggerating because I'm lowering the contrast, so the colors will be less saturated. I want to compensate this, so a little more vibrance, a little more 40 vibrance, and a little more saturation, because I want to enhance the skin tones, the reds, etc. Okay, clarity. Let's lower the clarity a little bit and enhance the texture. But now the light painting is coming a little more, but is not enough. Let's try to apply a mask to the subject, and let's see if the artificial intelligence catches the light painting, the shape. In the meantime, I'm drinking some tea. Oh no, it's not selecting now. We must select in another way. Let's delete this mask and let's apply to this object. Let's see if the artificial intelligence understands this. Let's see, now is these are pop-up windows. This is calculating the image for all the 10 pictures, calculating the mask. Oh, it understood completely. So we can do it better. I don't know if the circle or other other shapes are selected completely. Yeah, però but I can tell the object selection tool is totally you can trust it. Okay, you can trust it. It is precise, flawless. Let's see what we can do. Lowering the highlights and then editing the temperature, more warm. Wow, totally flawless. It's so interesting, but I don't want it because I want a workflow that I can apply to every photo. Let's go to range and luminance range and select. Let's select this one. It's not so easy. Let's go to the color. Let's go to the color range. Let's mamma mia. No, it's not so precise. Okay. So it's more precise with objects. With the object masking tool, I'll select my light painting like this. Let's see in the other raw files if it's well selected. I really like this shape. If you like it, please let me know in the comments if it's interesting and you want to go deeper about the creation of this shape. No, a little more yellow, less and less green. Let's see this one. In this one, yes, show overlay. Not showing anything. No, it's selected. Wow. This is selected too. Wow. I was not telling anything. Wow, beautiful. Okay, let's bring out some of the highlights because I am on the circle. The exposure is correct, and I want to. Wow, every circle is well selected. I can see by the pop-up window. Okay, it's not precise 100%, but it was clearly understood by the artificial intelligence. Now I can add something. It will be added, and then I can subtract from here with a brush. No, it doesn't allow to subtract. I don't care. This is well selected. Now bring out the highlights, and let's bring out. Oh, this is not good. This is a bit distorted. A bit distorted circle. In this one, we don't need it. Delete mask. I don't know what it was selected, but let's go back to this one. Then we need a gradient, a linear gradient from the bottom to enhance a little the saturation, less clarity, more texture, and more contrast to balance the lights. Okay, and a little less green, a little, just a little. It's okay. Now I think I can delete it and redo this. Redo this one. Let's create a new mask. Linear gradient. Linear gradient. Okay. Less green. Little saturation. Clarity. Texture and contrast to every picture. I think it's okay. Now let's zoom 200 and let's see the noise. The noise is low, but I can apply a very subtle noise reduction. Very, very subtle. Ah, I forgot the optics. Ah, no, the optics were applied automatically. I'm so happy. Now some color mixer, and let's remove every greenish tone. Saturation on the oranges. Let's exaggerate on the orange, and even on the yellow. Let's exaggerate. Okay. If you want to be exaggerated more, let's enhance the blues. I left the white balance as a shot, but if I white balance, if I balance the white now, what will happen? What will it happen? This is set on the sky. This is set on the rock. So more violet, more purple, and I like it because it blends well with the orange and the yellow tones. It makes a good contrast even on the skin of the Federica, as you can see. Let's set it on the dress. No, I don't like it because it's too much green. So let's see the sky, white balance on the sky, and I like it. I like it, but the sky is less contrasted, and there is something I could work. Let's see. But I think the best result is white balance on the rock. So the blue hour stays blue, keeps the blue, and the light painting stays orange and is more saturated, and I like it. Hello, it's Devon. Hello, thank you for coming here. Okay, now I was checking something. Now let's bring some highlights to the tube, some more highlights to make it more real. Because I don't like some of the some segments I don't like of the curve, especially on the top. You can see the mouse, but on the top I don't like it. Oh, I'm sorry for it's Devon. Thank you for passing by and saying hello. But I read the message too late because I was editing. So thank you for passing by. Is correct passing by, or is a synonym of dying? I hope it's correct. Okay, I'm just checking if everything is okay on Instagram. Let's color grade slightly different my light painting to look it more authentic. I think it's okay. But I like the brightness on this one. But the brightness, is the brightness nice for every photo? I don't like. I don't think. I don't think so. Now let's select object. No. Let's do it from scratch. No. Okay. No. I don't want to do it from scratch anymore. Subtract, brush, no feather, and let's delete this one. I don't know why it's not taking these. Okay, let's delete. Rectangle. There is no way to delete. It's not clear, sincerely. No, I don't understand. Let's select object. Okay, let's do it from scratch. Not from scratch. I'm re-adding this mask. Okay, maybe it's selected better. No, object one. Okay, now I can delete object one. Oh, nice. Nice. Now it's nice. Now I can redo it. Select objects. I could do it for every circle. For one circle and then apply to every circle. It's not a problem to do it. I'm quick enough, okay? Okay, this is one. This one is right. This one is not right. But it's almost the same. So I can avoid selecting this one. Oh, this one is complicated for the artificial intelligence. Now, object. By the way, how is made with a strobe mode? Flashlight on the strobe mode, and then rotate. Don't go too fast. It's not selected so well, so I must delete. It's complicated to select for the artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence is intelligent, but not enough. Okay, not enough, not yet. Is there a cloud selected? No. Cloud selected? No. Okay, perfect. Now select everyone. This one is not selected. It is nice. Now a little more of exposure to balance everything. 3 seconds. This is orange, this is yellow. But the sky is well balanced, so I think we can go forward to the next step. This one is darker. No, this is not good. This is not good. Let me check one more time the horizon. Okay. Enter. And open. There is something I forgot. If you're watching something, so if you're watching on YouTube here on demand, please let me know in the comments, and thank you. Now it's time to open the files in Photoshop and see what we can do for erase myself. I cannot do it in with a brush, with an eraser brush in Camera Raw, because I need a mask. This is not so good, this picture. Ah no, I must hide Camera Raw. Ecco qua, voilà. Okay, while it's working Photoshop to import all the picture, I will be back soon in a minute. Here I am. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. A small recap since it's 1 hour from the start. This live streaming is dedicated to light painting with a shorter tube. With a shorter tube, you get more light inside the tube, but the major risks are to overexpose the tube, the lights. So no colors, everything is burnt. So too bright, everything is white. If you balance everything, you can do nice pictures even after sunset with so much light in the sky, and it's totally okay. It's very handy. You can move it very quickly. You can create unique figures, unique shapes like this that you can't do with a longer tube. This is from Eric Perez. It's the sugar tube. The short version is 1 foot long, but you can cut your tube in half and have two shorter tubes and do everything you prefer, like I do here, or like I did here. Very easy, very easy. What can you attach the short tube to? I used in this case I used a broomstick, a dark broomstick, rudimental, very easy to find, very easy to use. I attached my tube with a gaff tape and start. This one is these are made using the black tube from Eric Perez Travel Kit Plus, available in his store. Okay. Now the next step is, first of all, remove via an action, remove the hot pixels from every picture. It's common routine for me, since I don't remove the hot pixels with noise removal from the camera. You get quicker shots, no post-processing in camera, and the creating process overall is faster. I didn't disable then in-camera noise reduction, since I was discovering it from Eric Perez from a lesson on YouTube, and every friend of mine that is into photography and light painting art told me I always disabled the in-camera noise reduction. Okay, I didn't knew. Now I learned, and now it's the third year without in-camera noise reduction, but I must remove the hot pixels manually with Photoshop. It is very accurate, and you can achieve nicer effects and more precise effects. Phase 2 is remove myself. Now, how can I select Federica in the foreground as the subject and erase myself? There are many ways. You can see my leg, you can see my torso, my arms. It was daylight, and my back was hurt, and I cannot stay on a side and be thinner. Okay, I was explaining before. in this live streaming. So I'm sorry, but it was hard to maintain the position. Now, let's see if Photoshop selects the subject easily. Let's see. Let's see if the figure is selected. Is selected, but not in totally. I must subtract myself. Let's see if Photoshop understands. No, the hand is right. I think the selection is okay. Let's do some fine tuning. Okay, now is selected. What could I do? I can create a mask automatically, then duplicate one more and delete the layer mask. So I have my layer with only the subject and my layer with everything but the subject. Let's see if the content aware fill can do something good for me. It will be not easy. There are so many things to work on. It will be not easy. I'm trying to be quicker as possible, but I know it's not easy. No. No. Okay. I selected this one. Let's see if content aware fill works as expected. No, I must exclude so many things. I don't know why Photoshop is selecting so many things that are useless, totally useless. Okay. let now I must add some of the sky here near to the subject to let it work better. No. No. My mistake. Fine tuning. It could be okay. Good. Good. It needs some fine tuning, but for now it's okay. Now I must do the same thing on the opposite side. Remember, I have the layer with the subject well selected. More or less. There is a bit of me. If I want to delete it, brush, black brush on the mask. Go here. Erase myself. This is common use of Photoshop. Okay, nothing new, nothing fancy. I don't know why this is not working. Why? The flow is not 100%. Okay, nice. Now white brush. No, brush. And now this one, I don't remember if it was deleted. No, black brush. No, white brush. It's still visible. Okay, I must maybe I must use a bit of clone stamp. Clone stamp. Okay. Now it's the case, I think, to use a little of the clone stamp here. why it's getting worse. Ah, it's selected. Ah, okay, 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 okay. Ah, okay, okay, okay. I think I can do something different later. Okay, now different way. The clone stamp here. Let's erase myself quickly. Oops. The skirt is flowing and I like it. Now, for example, here I could clone the skirt, make something like this. Reduce the flow. And the result is okay. What do you think? I know it's boring to watch it. I hope you go to the playing speed and make the 2x to get it 2 times faster, and it's totally okay. Let me know if my workflow is okay for you. If it is not, let me know in the comments. Don't dislike my video, please. Please appreciate. I ask you gently to appreciate my effort. Let me know what do you think in the comments, or send me a DM on Instagram and let me know your opinion. Your opinion is very, very important for me. Now, one more circle, and I think we are done. We know the circles. Now this is not good because it's a mistake. No mistake. Not the proper mask. This is nice also. No, this is not, because on the lower part is not done well. This is nice. It's not precise, a circle precise, but I don't care, okay? Let me check. Let me choose the circle. What do you think? This one or this one? What do you prefer? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Okay. You know what? I prefer this one because there are many reflection on water and a little water spill here that makes the overall creation better. And here Federica is smiling, so it's nice. Now select subject. Subject is well selected. Remove the pieces I don't need. As you can see, Photoshop is very smart, very intelligent. You must do several passages to let it understand what to exclude and what to select. When the colors are similar, has some issues. It's normal. But on the opposite, when you have some patience and let it know what to exclude, it's very precise. Okay, under the armpit, or the armpits are always the oops. Let these out, okay, and these. This is not a Photoshop fault because the artificial intelligence behind Photoshop and the other software calculates based on the common usage by users. Light paintings is not a common use of photography and landscape, portraits, etc. These objects, the lights, are not so common to work on. So a computer, an artificial intelligence, doesn't understand what to do, no? But we do. So, phase 2. Content aware fill. Content aware fill. Now, let's select my figure and see how it will be erased by Photoshop. Armpit. Okay. I'm trying to be more fast as possible. No foot. A bit of my leg, but it's not important. Content aware fill. Now, Photoshop thinks is part of the body. No. Okay, I think it's okay. Not so perfect here. The clouds are always the most hard thing to deal with. To deal with a black brush on the mask to fix the imperfection details. Here is totally okay. And here. You need some patience to selecting all the layers. I know maybe it's boring, but I hope this is interesting or useful for anyone. Okay. Now let's erase something. And I think it's okay. Now, small recap. Short light painting with a shorter tube attached with a black tube, totally opaque. No, only the light is going to the extreme, to the one end. In this case, the sugar tube from Eric Perez kit. 45 millimeters, so the background is more close to the subject. 3.2 f3.2 and 200 ISO. This is 2 seconds exposure, but I pushed to 4 seconds in this case. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? In this case. Okay, 4 seconds. It was windy, so not easy to manage, not easy to position myself comfortable, and I had some issues hiding well, but I liked the session. I liked the colors. I liked everything. I did some post production, some color grading, setting, enhancing this tube, enhancing the orange tones and the yellow tones, varying to the hue to the orange and the gold. And to get more contrast, I set the white balance more to the purple, to the magenta, less to the green. So blue and magenta. Okay, to make more contrast with the yellow and to the gold and the orange tones of the light painting tube. Now, this is the result. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to be longer than expected and go to Final Cut and make the you know the video editing of the reels or the shorts for YouTube. I think is enough. If you're watching this, thank you. If you lasted so long until the end of this live streaming, thank you so much for the support. Please like, comment, subscribe. I will slice this video in for the parts, so it will be